Palantir went from 81, which in itself is a spectacular Rule of 40 number, to 140. Reminding you again, this is the revenue growth and the free cash flow margin combined. In 12 months, going from 81 to 140. Insane. On top of it, US revenue grew 93% year over year, and US commercial revenue is growing at 140%. So it's showing you that the US commercial growth is essentially driving the bus here. But if you're sleeping on government, wait, because there's other stuff I want to show you, because government is actually probably one of the most misunderstood parts about Palantir right now. So right now, commercial growth for Palantir is 82%, government growth is 60%. I want to remind you that a few quarters ago, some analysts were dunking on Palantir because the government growth was not high enough. So it's currently going at 60%. Now, I think that this part, the government growth sector, is probably right now the most misunderstood part about Palantir. As much as people are starting to get the idea of commercial growth, exponentiality and all that, AI and all that, people still sleep and misunderstand on what's going on with governments. The governments of the world is essentially the most misunderstood part about this business, because all of these big countries right now, they're all in a massive arms race. Back in the day, they would build tanks and guns. Right now, it's an AI arms race. They're essentially buying their way into the game because the next warfare is going to be handled through AI. So everybody's overspending on AI for defense. And name me one AI defense contractor other than Palantir. There is none. Tina. There is no alternative. So government spending is about to go exponential. People still don't understand this. And the only game in town is Palantir. That 60 is going to go up. It's going to rival commercial growth, which is going to create a two-headed monster like we've never seen before. Now, moving on. Check this out. I'm going to show you a few companies which are monopolizing their own category, their own industry. And I think it's fair we talk about these companies. So in the world of GPUs, NVIDIA is the clear monopoly. Well, let's call it a duopoly with AMD, but right now they're the big boy, right? It's a $4.5 trillion company. TSMC is the monopoly of producing semiconductors, the foundry. It's a $1.7 trillion company. Google is the search monopoly, $4 trillion. Amazon is the cloud leader at $2.5 trillion. Microsoft is the leader in business software, but also a big cloud player with Azure at $3.2 trillion, right? And Apple is the leader in consumer tech, essentially a monopoly on its own. If you do an average of these companies, the average market cap of these companies is $3.8 trillion, okay? Companies that monopolize technology in their own industry, on average, about the $3.8 trillion sector, average. If you look at Palantir, which is a monopoly, not a quasi-monopoly, like some of these, an actual monopoly, because there is no alternative, Palantir is valued at $350 billion right now in the market. Meaning that Palantir is 10x cheaper than the average monopolistic tech company in the world right now. Just goes to show you how far we have to go before we get to max potential for Palantir. And I know it's not what analysts are saying. I know that people are over-focused on PE. We'll talk about that, okay? It's not my first rodeo here, but I'm telling you right now, Palantir is still massively undervalued. But Palantir currently has one of the cleanest balance sheets in existence, right? It's a company that's giving you a balance sheet with over $7 billion of cash, with $0 of debt, and a 55% free cash flow margin. There's not a lot of companies that can do that, right? And the remaining performance obligations are almost $5 billion. So at this point, Palantir already has almost $5 billion of work of sales built into the system before they even sold a single one. That's cheat code numbers right here, and that's just by glancing at the balance sheet, the free cash flow, and the RPOs. Now, by the way, RPOs here don't mean run-pass option for you football lovers, okay? So right now, what we have with Palantir is a quarter that gave us one of the best historical growth and profitability numbers from Palantir. They were impressive to begin with, but that's even better. We have a super scalable business. The rate at which the costs are coming up is minuscule compared to the increase in sales, right? We have an AI explosive growth right now, driving Palantir into the stratosphere, because again, there is no alternative. It's not just about the AI stuff for the commercial side. We're also looking at the government side. On the government side, there are incredible opportunities for Palantir. The TAM on the government side is massive. And with government clients, the business is so much better because we're talking about longer duration contracts. The military DoD contracts there for decades. We're talking about large scale contracts, hundreds of millions a pop. Sticky. They're not gonna switch providers every 2 years. And with national security and deglobalization being one of the main trends for the next 5 years, this government sector of Palantir literally has a 10x potential for the next 4 years. Yes, the government business of Palantir can grow 10x in 4 years because of all of that. You have to understand that humans have a tough time dealing with exponentiality. So this is a prime example of why most analysts are missing on Palantir still in 2026. So as AI decision making in business and in the government sector is going to 10x over the next few years, that's obvious. Palantir is the only operating system that can run this safely, securely, on the regulation perspective, on efficiency. So they're absolutely agnostic to who wins AI model wars, hardware wars, which businesses come out on top. Palantir does not care which company dominates which sector. It does not matter to Palantir. They're absolutely agnostic. Companies don't like spending money. CFOs don't like writing checks. If a company is spending on average 140% year over year with Palantir, that means that these companies have no other choice. That means that they are replacing legacy builds with Palantir. They're killing their Frankenstein, whatever they had before. That means that usage expansion is causing more usage expansion. The more you use Palantir, that's the loop. The more you need to keep using it. And the total operating integration of Palantir into businesses is now in a place where it simply cannot be severed. It is now part of the US economy in a way that can't be untangled. So Palantir is getting larger deals, it's increasing its customer count, and it has a very lean operating model, which means that it scales and scales and scales, and the revenue is coming up and the margins are coming up. That's why you see Rule of 40 growth from 45 to 68, to 106, to 140 in just a couple of years. But Tom, what about the PE ratio? Okay, let's talk about the PE ratio, right? So the PE ratio is very high. Depends on who you ask. I'm not gonna get into it because to me, the PE ratio never mattered. Peter Lynch said, and this is a sentence that stuck with me for years, that there is no bad time to buy a good company. Now, the PE ratio of the past 5 years, I heard about this argument day in, day out, day in, day out. But while I was hearing people arguing about the PE ratio, the stock price since 2022 did 27x. If you invested in a very high PE ratio in Palantir, $50,000 just 3 years ago, you would have had 1.3 million in your account with the high PE ratio. Did the PE ratio prevent you from going 27x from 2022 to right now? Of course not, because it does not matter. It does not matter. If you're investing in a good company, time is the best friend of a good company in the stock market. None of this is a one-time thing. Like PE ratios, they matter as part of an analysis. And there could be situations where a company has a high PE ratio that still is extremely undervalued. It could happen. It doesn't happen every day. It's a massive outlier, but when this outlier happens, you have to be able to identify it. You can't be robotic and just say, well, anything above 50p, I'm not touching. That's not the right way to invest in tech. If you're a tech investor, you have to be smart about your decision making. Now, I promise to explain to you why Palantir is agnostic to whoever wins the AI wars, okay? Imagine the whole AI stack as something like this, all right? You have the GPU builders, cloud providers, storage, API and deployment, monitoring, okay? This is the AI stack. On top of the stack, you have large language models, the ChatGPTs of the world, the Claude, agents, OpenClaw, all that stuff, right? So there's a lot of competition in this stack between GPU providers. So you have NVIDIA dominating, AMD trying to catch up, cloud services, they're competing between themselves, storage, API, all of this is in a massive competition cycle, okay? Some companies will win, some companies will lose, but this layer, the LLM layer, is essentially commoditized already. So this is becoming what I call a USB table, okay? LLMs are now about to become a full-on commodity. The money will be made here in this stack. But guess what? This whole stack is built on the foundation layer, which is Palantir. There is none of this without Palantir. Without this foundation layer, the operating system, none of this can really be applied to real businesses, which is why Palantir dominates. Now, let me just show you this in another way. So imagine there is a race, and we have all of these competitors trying to get to the finish line to see who wins. The cloud providers are competing, the LLM builders, the hardware builders, the power providers, the cooling, all of them are racing to the finish line. Whoever wins in each category gets to be number one, and in this world, usually the winner takes all in these worlds, right? At the finish line, you've got Palantir sitting, waiting, essentially having popcorn, saying, hey, whoever wins, whoever of you guys wins, we're gonna have a relationship with. Honestly, Palantir simply doesn't care who wins. Whoever of these guys wins, we're gonna make money with, building an AI system for the next generation. That's as simple as that. And these earnings, if they don't make it insanely obvious to you, then so be it. Invest in something else, I don't care. But it's pretty obvious to anybody with some understanding of this business that Palantir is the real deal. Palantir is him. And that's why Palantir has been the main stock I've been talking about for 5 years. That's why we have it on our top stocks list in my academy for many years, since way back when. That is why we're really good at what we do, because we analyze fundamentals, we understand business, and we ignore the noise. This is how you make money. It's really easy to get rich slow in the stock market, because all you gotta do is find good businesses and hold on to dear life and ignore the noise. That's it. Now, if you want to learn how we did all this, how we fund Palantir, how we fund a bunch of other stocks, you are welcome to join our academy, patreon.com/Nash. We will teach you how to get out of this spin cycle you're on. With mainstream media and news and all this stuff, we will show you the path into proper long-term investing. So you can do the same thing we've done for the past 5 years, look back and say, oh my God, I'm a completely different investor now. Join us. I would love to have you on. Thank you. Go Palantir. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
This is Power Hour with Gabriella Power.
Hello and welcome to Power Hour. I'm Gabriella Power. Thank you for joining us. The Grammy Awards have been held, and a night that's supposed to be about celebrating music and art has once again turned into a night of performative politics.
Make way for the
No one
king
is
of
illegal
teams.
on stolen land.
Sorcerer
30
Supreme.
seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Open your eyes.
Chaos surrounds us.
And
I would gladly show it to his incomplete.
yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter, and
3, 2,
this is all I want to say. Sorry.
all you need to do is capture the mission
So
area.
according to Billie Eilish, illegal immigration is just not a thing. Like, this is coming from someone who lives in a guarded $14 million mansion. And after that speech, Billie Eilish is now facing calls to give up her property. And isn't it interesting when you think about the fact that every person in that room has gone through security screening, they are protected with armed security guards outside. But the focus of the speeches is around celebrities telling ordinary people just how bad immigration and customs enforcement.
Before I say
Are you a lot farmer?
to God, we say eyes out.
My work now, a disappearing.
Cheers. That was Bad Bunny, who will be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. Last year, people were making political statements about Palestine. This year, not one person spoke about the thousands of protesters being killed in Iran. This year was all about FI. So that was what was on trend. The brilliant comedian Ricky Gervais has weighed in on the woke madness, reminding celebrities, well, saying that they're still not listening to him, reminding them of the advice he offered at the Golden Globes in 2020.
anything, you know nothing about the real world. Most of you spend less time in school than grandfather.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Every country has its healthcare problems, but America's Medicare system is on another level. Millions of seniors end up on the wrong plan every year. They either overpay, lose access to their doctors, or both, not because they did anything wrong, but because the system is designed to confuse them. And it gets worse. A lot of Medicare advisors are really just salespeople pushing whichever plan pays them the biggest commission. That's why I want to tell all of my American Power Hour viewers about Chapter. Chapter doesn't work for big insurance or the government. They're independent. In fact, they are the only advisor that compares every Medicare plan nationwide to find one that actually fits your needs. On average, that saves people about $1,100 a year. Just have a read of the testimonials. One woman, Jill, said that Chapter showed her better options that didn't even appear on the Medicare.gov website. That's how broken the system is and how valuable it is to have someone truly on your side. So if you're looking for Medicare guidance, don't go it alone. Call the number below to speak with Chapter and get clear, unbiased guidance on your Medicare options. Joining us now is Hilary Fordwich, President and founder of Strelmark. Hilary, it's great to see you again. First of all, I want to get your thoughts on the Grammys, a night that's supposed to be about music. It, of course, turned into political statements, plenty of celebrities wearing the Ice Out pins. The message from plenty of people there was F Ice. I mean, what's your...
Is kind of being overblown. Like Kingsman, he already got justice. He already got the viewers. He already made the money back for the tournament. His stock is up now. She lost out on brand deals. She already got held accountable for her actions. Why are people digging through and trying to create more problems and extend the shelf life of this situation? That's very fucked up. The CC situation got way worse. Let's go.
Massive day for the unemployed. People dug into CC's old tweets and it's not looking good.
Oh my god. Don't tell me they're gonna find some racist shit.
Even privated her whole account.
What?
Oh, CC legit just racist? It's all making sense now.
What?
Like black people. And
What?
AI generated
Wait,
photos of
what?
her show.
Please tell me that was fake. Was she being dead? No. Whoa! Hey! Yo, that's fucked up. Whoa. Is she? I'm pretty sure she's... What's the context, though? She had to be joking. There's no way she just blatantly said that.
No, I don't like
Wait,
black
Kingsman was black?
people. And then people started AI generating photos of her showing her feet, saying that...
Bro, I'm sorry. This shit shouldn't be funny. This is fucked up. This is dead wrong. Why are you AI generating this weird ass shit? Do you know how down bad you have to do some dumb ass shit like this?
After losing her sponsor, CC still makes more than all of you losers. So how the f did we even get here? Oh,
This shit is
no.
disgusting.
I thought you were taking time off from the internet. Why are you deleting past tweets, CC? Let me tell something to you.
Let me ask you something.
I am terminally online. I go back and check posts. I implore you to not delete things as a virtue signaler because I don't really appreciate it. You make me look bad by deleting things I retweet to allow others to see the full context. Jesus, we got the final boss of unemployment. All men are liars. That's what I'm saying. You're just a hater. I do hate men, yeah. And
That sounds like she's trolling. That doesn't sound like she's dead ass. Bro, she probably got her heart broken by a guy. Girls be saying this shit all the damn time. Like, oh my god, all men are liars. Men ain't shit. I hate men. Women joke about hating men all the damn time. They say this shit. They retweet a bunch of cryptic tweet shit. I don't know. I think they go looking for it. Come on, bro. Probably got her heart broke.
that's what I'm saying. You're just a hater. I do hate men, yeah. And when I say the same about women, I'm a misogynist. Well, yeah, I do love me a massage. All men really are the same. No, All girls are the same.
I was thinking that shit.
World, men are never able to take no for an answer. No, that's not true.
What?
The cockroach overlord, he summed it up well here.
And she didn't want to do that. So instead of doing that, she went and she made up a bunch of other bullshit, got him kicked out of the tournament. Then she called him a loser. She was doing all this other stuff to like make the guy look bad. Finally, everybody sees and she gets held accountable and she's acting like a victim. Well, it's time to be one. Everybody hates you now. You're losing your sponsors. You're probably getting mass unfollows. Like all of them were working together to like damage this guy's rep, right? I mean, that's how it was happening.
No, but imagine.
Yeah, I mean, bro, think about this. If the shoe were on the other foot, they would be laughing. They tried to make Kingsman look so bad. They tried to throw him to crazy. I'm gonna be honest though, this situation was the best thing to happen to him. Even though she missed out on like deals, her and Zaza, they got 1,000 viewers apiece. Kingsman, he got 6,000 viewers. All their viewership went up. I think this is a win-win-win. You just gotta, here's the thing. They just gotta thug it out. She's dumb for going back and deleting. What she should have did was just thugged it out. Weather the storm, deal with all the criticism, deal with all the hate. Eventually, this shit is gonna die down, and you just move forward. And anybody who's being annoying, or anybody that's being annoying, you just block them. That's it. Just block the shit out of them. You're good.
They all work together to win the
Oh yeah, Asmin, he definitely be doing that. The good.
And I also think that looking at somebody's past tweets to paint the picture is too unemployed even for my liking. But I am curious about the racist thing. Like, what does she mean by I don't like black people? Asian Valorant e-girl turns
She had
out
to be
to
joking.
racist. Shocker. Fork found in kitchen.